This is the team they lost to in finals. They need to get their get back. Sidu with the Samuel. Let's get Sidu. Let's get Ben. All right, Lamette.
We've seen how that's gone down so far. Anyway, this feels like a fun one. It's our match today for a reason. Big players in the game. A great rematch from what we had at the EWC.
What map would you have picked? What do you mean?
What more could you ask for?
No, I agree. Like I said, I completely know that I'm going against the grain with my concern, and for G2 fans, you know, I hope.
Are you gonna play today? Yeah, I'll probably play some rank today.
It's not that I feel like
After this.
We know it's not. They're good on it. They beat FaZe. They love this map.
What's today? Monday.
They have loved this map.
We have Friday. We have. All right, Stompn plays tomorrow. I'm pretty sure. Chat. Who does Stompn play tomorrow? We don't know yet, right? Whoever loses or wins. Stompn plays tomorrow. Friday we have a tournament with Stompn and Jynxzi. And then Wednesday, Thursday are just like fillers. They play Wild tomorrow.
Oh well, you know, we don't really play that. We don't like it. You know, if it's a map that both of you like and you both had success on it, then yeah, let's get there. Let's go to it and let's have a look. And I think that's the situation we've got here. So no excuses to the map. It's all going to come down to those individual performances. The question being, you know, who's going to rise above? Is it going to be Stompn? Is it going to be Mowgli? Is it going to be Alamo, Adrian? You know, who is it that's going to step up and really take control of this one?
I mean, this is literally a grand finals matchup.
They know they got absolutely schooled during that best of 5 grand final. They don't want to repeat of that here. They want to set the record straight. They deserve to be on top here in Europe, and this is going to be the chance to do it. We're kicking things off inside of Exhibition and Office, and a couple of interesting bans coming through here, Tim. The Habana, probably the most surprising of the two. The Monty, didn't quite expect it, but as we always say about Secret, you can't really ban Savage out of a game because you can ban all the shields you like. He'll still find one to run around on and still cause...
Bro, I mean, everybody in this lobby is nasty, bro. Joom's nasty, Mowgli's nasty, Stompn's nasty, Laura's nasty.
And see whether it appears or not. Straight away, heading towards Geisha Wall, Team Secret. And looking to get things started.
Turn it up, Matt. Let's go, Shibbo. Presets your one, Shibbo.
And not messing about when it comes to putting themselves in position to get inside of the map. A little bit of a change of tack here. It looks like maybe getting a little bit more direct towards site rather than looking for that tea and karaoke work across. They are attacking into Office and Exhibition, of course, so just looking to maybe get that wall open into VIP and start...
Come on, Zach. Let's play some ranked after this, Zach. Come on.
They want that control underneath to be able to deal with the bandit trick coming out from Loira, right? You get the Zofia.
Attach to the ground. Let's get
You can't sit and play in that single wall. Hey, presto, it's easy, no problem, and your pressure then starts to push in towards VIP. That does mean you can then cut a player that's inside a Dragon, for example, so Shrine pressure starts to make a lot of sense. It's why you've got Mowgli playing up towards that side of things now. The main thing to worry about, though, is going to be these two players on G2 that are currently pushed out towards that west side of the map, looking to waste a little bit of time, give you a little bit of threat. And that's what I think Secret are being very, very cautious of here.
Oh!
Sorted to tell you what, might die through the floor.
Good try, stop. Good try.
Just about gets away with it, and of course, there's no tricking to come through onto that VIP wall. It's been opened up, and Joom's also lurking around down there, hoping to capitalize. No one to be found, and for now, the wall stays closed thanks to the Tuberel, but that won't last forever.
Yeah, G2 maybe...
Nice, Alamo!
A little bit there, with having Joom underneath, not picking up the player that was down. Alamo is going to pick up Adrian. Not a terrible loss for Secret, obviously, in terms of the player. Adrian very talented, you know, great gun skill, but
who's that, Blake?
The striker is
unlike
a bit of utility. It's not ideal, but it's certainly not the end of the world either.
They got the first pick. I like that. I like that shit.
Demos, for example, is going to be an important one on this for any execute. Blaz is going to take some damage there. Needs to get himself out.
Get out, Blaz. Get out. Get out. You're getting sandwiched. You're getting sandwiched. Good, Blaz.
Forward. Secret likely to level things
up.
No.
Oh, yes,
yes. They wasted the 2 minutes here and also got themselves yet another kill. G2 have been playing and peeling back, being aggressive.
Oh, they took him Sky. G2 is winning this.
Nothing to play behind here.
Everybody, all right, everybody's 1 HP on that team. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
No, this round's over.
In the back pocket of Stompn as well as 3 C4s to play behind. They've got all the tools to win out this fight. They get yet another one. Blaz slipping through the net.
Come on, Blaz. Come on, Blaz. Come on, you fucking. Let's go.
And Blaz is going to gun him down where he stands. G2 with a flawless first round.
Yeah, great start from them. G2 proving me wrong.
Look at Alex.
I'm more than happy to say it when I am.
Yo, won last night, yeah.
And they've come in there and really dominated that first round. Secret needing to wake up pretty quickly. They could find themselves.
Halo with the problems. Get Halo.
Not even managing to
Huge
secure
first
a
pick from
kill
Alan on that
inside
round.
of that one. I'd like to have seen maybe Secret to get themselves a bit more established inside the map. They kind of tried towards the late round, you know, got a little bit of presence at top black stairs and tried to push through, but they never really confidently took control of Drome or Dragon and, you know, played into VIP and played any real pressure in there. And that was down to G2 and the way that they held things. They had a player in Dragon being aggressive on that peak, trying to hold them back. They had the Tuberau preventing the VIP wall breaching. You know, there's a lot of utility use and a lot going on there that did a lot of good for G2 on the defense. So good first round from them.
Absolutely. All right. So we can basically, I'm not going to say right off the first round because we can't obviously ignore what's just happened, but for Secret.
Green with the problem. Good, Green.
All right, boys. Been a bit bruised and battered.
With the problem, with the problem.
Yeah, Ray, Blade, you want to play after this or no?
Moving. Of course, going to change site.
Nah,
Can't play it again.
console?
We're finding ourselves down inside.
This
is one of the sites that we almost never get.
Now I'm on PC. No, I'm
I want to
kidding.
say, was it a tournament? It might have been Reload. It might have been the only site that we didn't see in the game, and we're always like sat there begging on Fresh's bingo card that someone picks this site just so we can tick off that every site has been played. Well, here G2 are going to it in round two. They've got
Yeah, Bill, they always Stompn them always be playing ranked. If Stompn's not streaming, Laura's streaming, like they all stream.
See Secret just fighting over the same sorts of positions really. They're going to want to get off this in exhibition, cut down on that possibility for any vertical holds from above. Need to be careful of Lawyer as well. Of course, it's going to make him.
Why don't I get noticed when someone joins? I probably have like turned off.
The map quickly, side to side. He's also able to jump up those hatches in reverse.
Got aim! Oh, Blaz is floating? Oh, that's a problem.
That's the IQ.
I mean, if Blaz is cooking, bro, they're all cooking.
Much in terms of gadgetry surviving. There's no Valkyrie cams, for example, but there is the good smart minds. It might have been.
He sees you, Blaz. Blaz, he sees you, Blaz.
But no, takes him down. 4 versus 4.
I think he's getting a little bit brave there. Where he got woke, he was almost an exact mirror of what we saw in the previous round.
You thought he was like, he could make it out?
That challenge from top black in towards site, and then Blaz walking away with being able to get back safely towards Dragon, but this time around he tucked himself in nice and tight, tries to surprise you.
That's the classic. I got a first pick. I'm gonna do some dumb shit.
Savage ain't no slouch on those shields.
He definitely could have fell back.
And at this point, it's that 1-for-1 to kick things
Laura,
off.
Laura, to your left.
Huge, Laura.
Look at this aggression coming out the swing.
My screen froze.
33.
For free, almost a second, but now pays the price as Adrian is there.
Why is my fucking internet so bad, bro? Fuck Spectrum.
You lose the ability to set up a multi-angle attack when it comes around to the execute. Jynxzi won't mind that they're losing players here. They're more than happy to say, cool, we'll take a 3v3 in the execute.
But it's always G2 ahead as well, isn't it? It's so far, it's G2 get a kill and Secret react to it, and you don't want to be the team that's reacting.
Yeah, Spectrum, bro. I had to get Spectrum.
That's on the front foot. Stompn, you know, he's getting away there. They're opening up these angles, but Secret haven't really been able to take full advantage of it.
I don't like that Secret has
primary,
over.
you know, purpose of this is to force them out of sight, which they have done. So they've started creating a little bit of space. But the question is, can they get in somewhere to safely think about putting that deuce there? 3 versus 3, 30 seconds left to go. Secret, I think, really need the next kill.
June, let's save the play, June.
Tense background music to really keep things nice and close to the 2 round onto each other. Not
what is he looking at? Is he get a bot?
The second player joining in short.
Ow, he meleeed him.
Managed to get rid of one, but here comes Savage. Now into a 1v1 with 15 seconds to play. Alamau with an impact in back pocket. Can't do a whole lot about this, but there are these Grishmot mines around down to the last 7 seconds. Here he goes. What can he do? Impact at the ground, but you get run down by the Blackbeard.
Wait, why he? Alamo, why are we impacting the ground?
Why did he do that?
If you impact the shield, he can't melee you, and you just keep meleeing him. Yeah, no, give me in Pro League. Give me in Pro League. Nope.
Body but Blackbeard, don't you? It's you know, it's only a little thing, but I love how Savage played that. You know, it was.
If you throw an impact at Blackbeard, his shield goes to the side, and he can't do anything.
I've got to get to him. When he knows where he is,
what are you
we may
doing?
see it on the highlights. If we do, just watch Savage's positioning. Only seems like a small thing, but it's smart. He doesn't give Alamau the opportunity to challenge him at range. He keeps himself tight left onto that.
Stompn meleeed, but he did the ability and got so it cancels out.
Until he's right up in his face, and that was perfect.
Look.
How to play that. It was
Dude, his ability was hitting that round.
Yeah, but like if he impacts him right there, Blake, you know the shield.
Impact him, then you press him. Yeah, I know.
And then the shield goes to the side. You just keep punching him.
Yeah, nah, you literally punch him until you either kill him or the time runs out.
Yeah, 4 seconds left.
These two teams, and I think they both really want.
Why did he impact the ground?
Well,
like when it's a 1v1 and you get a punch cycle on a shield,
and
it's
I thought
over.
for a second they might get away with that. The little 2v1 on front desk was really, really smart. Of course, guaranteed they got a kill back, but just couldn't really convert out from there. So a close round, but still a round won by Secret. Then get a couple of attacks here, Tim, as we spoke about earlier on.
I should go pro. I'm about to go pro, bro. This is making me mad.
Quite some margin up there at 62% defensive win rate. Really gonna have to see Secret, well, Jynxzi especially, sorry, start pulling ahead here. Secret, the ones that are probably saying, you know what, 1 round and 2, we'll take that so far. Do want to get a second, but it's looking good.
Yeah, that's great for Secret. If they get, you know, every other round going 3-3 at the half, like you said, the stats back them at that point. Attacking this time onto Karaoke and T. 2 is going to be the minimum that they're looking for. They want a 2 for a half, absolutely minimum. So, you know, it's great that with 4 rounds still to go, Secret are halfway there. They're looking to get some presence and pressure over on Office and Exhibition side, and then do a cross clearance, get themselves into Drum, get themselves into Dragon, maybe a little bit of presence at top black stairs.
Facts and saying facts.
Karaoke window, so they're really looking to sort of ensnare G2
oh god,
in the net here, really surround them.
You know, we're already being warned off entering the building.
Bad aim, Noah, bad aim.
He's down to half HP this time round, getting themselves focused on the wall being opened up, not from below with the Zofia, but instead leaning in towards making use of those micro.
Is that going to get bandit
tricked
or no?
Just seen another super out comes out. Jynxzi really enjoying wasting about half of the timer for the round on this wall itself. Previously it was on the actual exhibition site itself, but now we're on the other side of the map. It's more of the same. Just run that clock.
That's
down.
Laura though. Laura doesn't get like. Laura doesn't die like.
In the background, but
he
I
doesn't.
think VIP wall might have.
You have a cam on, he will shit on
which
you.
will increase the pressure on the players trying to keep them.
Oh yeah, this guy's dead.
Mowgli just on that absolute sliver
That's
of an
Moira,
angle
that's
there,
fucking
just
Alamo.
trying to bully Alamite, but he knows he doesn't need to overextend. He doesn't need to
Alamo's
show
dead.
himself here. He doesn't need to give Mowgli any opportunity.
This is Laura.
whatsoever.
Sticking his face in the breach. Yep, that's
Back,
Laura.
Look at that, too easy. That's the second time Secret have been stung with that. I gave them the benefit of the
do
doubt
dumb
last
shit.
time, and I wasn't too critical.
Like if you're playing Laura, just look for a breach.
They
Like
cannot allow that to keep happening. It's 2
nice Stomp, get the third or second.
And
Come on.
G2 rightly punished them. 4 versus 1 now.
Oh my.
This round's over.
Oh my god.
So dirty.
And Secret, you've got to do
Oh my
better at
god.
keeping those jump outs onto the balconies. It's
Sticky house down with the tier 1. Strict with the tier 1.
stuff. It's
Rank today, yes,
really
rank today.
simple.
I gotta find a stack though.
Hurts me about that is from the first kill we heard it ringing out. There's Dockerby on side, there's Deimos on side.
Why don't they show kill
Quite
cams?
literally to deal with that, to know when it's coming, to hear
Surely
players
they do.
jumping
I
out
feel
these
like they still
barricades or
will.
just being on the other side of them. But G2 has just stung them by going hyper aggressive, yet your comp is designed quite literally
Bro, I'm
to
not gonna lie,
deal
like,
with that.
this is definitely
a bit of a
G2's
stinger there,
map
not
favor,
really
so
being
they
approached the
should
best
win
by
this game.
Secret
Yeah, they should
overall.
win this shit.
Question marks around that for sure. G2 after that
They said
first
that
quarter
Sky's like
are
their
up
best
2-1. Now going back towards
And they always
Exhibition
win
and
it,
Office.
except for that one
Now
time
it's that
against,
back and forth
G2.
battle between these two teams that we're going to
Or,
experience. The only real time that we've seen Secret have any foothold in the
BDS.
game has really been off the back of Savage walking that 3K on the Blackbeard. I don't think he'll be able to get away with that time and time again.
No, I would agree. And Secret need to improve the basics. Like I say, getting peaked by Loira out
the
of
thing that
a
makes Jynxzi
breach
so
that
good is
you've
they can attack
created
really well.
when you're just going up on repel. I'm sure they'll be frustrated with that. You know, you can't do that. And Loira, it should be in that position, feeling unsafe, uncomfortable. I can't play here on the breach. I'm gonna get, you know, I'm basically giving myself away. Loira should have been a freebie realistically. So yeah, Secret have to improve on elements like that, basically punishing G2 when they get aggressive like that, whereas at the minute G2 are being allowed to play with that aggression and get away with it, and that is a problem for them. We've seen it now a number of times, particularly from Loira, and I imagine that it will continue until they punish him for it. So Secret, they will move on the attack. It's going to be back over to Office and Exhibition side.
Chat, if you want a money cheat code, you just always bet like, on Stompn during like seasons like this and the playoffs. You just always bet money. It will. You eventually will go up money.
Presence on the Karaoke T side and sweeping across and really gain some map control this time.
They tried to, but if you remember, we had Blaz who was sat out there.
Come on, Koba. Raid. Raid Waterman.
To see a little bit more of the same. It's actually Alamo is holding off towards Mez at the minute and looking to cause a bit of bother.
Did I just
But
say
one
my
thing
name
for
out of
sure,
boredom?
G2 are not one to give
I'm
map
not
control
bored.
up easy. We've seen it across 2 of those 3 rounds. Very hard to know being
Okay, the
focused on
Yings are going
VIP
out.
wall
What is this?
that runs down about 90 seconds on the clock.
Really, this is like just trying to like.
Secret into panicking a little bit because they start running out of
Shit,
time.
bad.
and
This
hoping
guy's-
that they
oh
start
no.
making mistakes. We'll see how things build up from there.
It's
June
bad,
gonna
but I
find
think-
Blast for
I
free.
think
All
it's
right,
fine,
June,
but
get your or not June.
Joking.
Fucking Blaz, get your ass back inside.
Yo, Blaz be doing dumb shit too. What is he doing?
Wasting a lot of time. Now Alamouse one being called out, and they found him as well. Zoom into a
Yeah,
second.
what am I looking at, bro? What is
This
this?
is more of the secret we
The
expected
way that
to
they
see.
lose rounds
Yeah,
is
they're
just
just
so
on a bit of
silly,
a
bro.
roller coaster ride at the minute, aren't they? Great round 2, great
The thing
round
is,
4, a bit of a wobbly round 3. It's kind of up and
Laura,
down,
Stompn, and Doki are like
certainly
their
seems to be on the
aggressive
verge
players.
of
How are they the ones
getting
alive?
here, but Stompn still being allowed to exist.
Bro, Blaz should be
inside
on
VIP.
site. I don't know why
They
he's
need
roaming. I
to
mean, he's not
make
playing
it
bad at all,
good.
but
We'll
like
get
the
him
picks
forced
like
back
that,
to
it
side.
just can't
I think that
happen.
might- No, I was going to say I think that might
He's
do
doing
it.
dumb
but
shit
no,
on the
he's
opposite
coming
side of the
back for
map.
more at the minute, and eventually,
Ryan with the three most, get Ryan.
it's time to get him back to a little bit of safety. 5 versus 3, 1 minute 25. They've got plenty of time here, but I don't want to see Secret just keep throwing utility.
Yo, no, not right now.
This round is over.
They haven't really got anything. They haven't got any
Yeah.
intel. They haven't taken any ground. They haven't
This round is
pushed forward and got a
over.
kill.
They have
haven't
house and
challenged off the
everything.
back of it. They need to make sure
Yeah,
that
they
they
need-
get the most
wall
value
and
They gotta make
from that
a
utility.
sane play.
They just pause and
Okay.
breathe a little bit.
Stompn,
Right,
of
obviously,
course.
Candela comes in there, anticipating aggression and
But he's
Stompn
1 HP. You gotta like head glitch now.
They need like a miracle shot.
Straight to the man. Noah going down, a 3 versus 4,
bad.
making a 2v4 as Mowgli gets his first kill
stuck
of the
in the
game.
corner.
Bringing down Doki. This is starting to look rough, but
Yeah.
Lyra gets one back. Mowgli finally getting on the board as June completes the 3K. Secret making it 2 apiece, Tim. Looking good for them on Sky scoreline-wise.
Yeah, like, if they could just play like they do in the even-numbered rounds, they'd be, fably fine.
It should be 3-1, bro. Like, that Blackbeard round was actually a sell.
Controlling the even numbers, but
Yep.
whether anything will break that pattern or not, we'll see over the next 2. Yeah, much better from Team Secret. Look, they got in. I suggested, maybe getting some ground around Drum, around Dragon, moving through. This was a big one from June, getting that kill onto Blaz, then allowing the pressure to come onto.
Oh, no, get him off my team.
They've taken control of that side of the map. It forces Stompn back into side.
Did you not just see what Alamo did?
The aggression. They were trying to
Yeah, he's
bait it
gonna
out,
run in
and
the
so,
Deimos.
Like, he's getting Deimos tracked and he just had his back
gets
turned.
away with the kill on the window there, but ultimately, yeah, much better from Secret. Got map control, used it well, took more and more. And I think if need be, would have been in a position to execute onto side.
What turn is
should
this?
have
Email
gone
lead.
for it, but ultimately, the kills were all there and available for them.
It's what?
What is it called? Is it not called EML lead?
Definitely say, what does it feel like through the gameplay? But
It is called EML.
The advantage, a
It
great
said
start to that
EML
last
lead.
round from
Oh.
June,
What is
getting the
that?
2 entry kills. A couple of rounds prior, Savage bullying G2
I don't
around
know
with
if
that
it says-
Blackbeard.
I don't know if
Hasn't got
it's
any
a
kills
league,
in any of the
but-
rounds, it's worth stressing. A couple
Oh.
of
EML
all
stage
needed
2,
to keep
what's
things
EML
equal
mean?
here, and to have
E-
two attacking
Europe.
units on Sky feels absolutely
League.
fantastic.
No, I think
Now
it means
G2 looking to
EU.
really try and shut out the
Because it's
intel
called
from
NAL.
Warriors.
It's called NAL on the other.
Okay.
Secret playing off
Yeah,
the
you
back
might
of
be right.
intel. So what do you do?
European
New Muscle
Major
come along,
League or
double
some
trap
shit.
operator in the Legion and the Ella, and also got some intel of their own coming along with the Valkyrie. Stompn being
Yep,
released.
EU Mena League.
So a bit of a change up from G2 as even they acknowledge things aren't quite going to plan.
Wait, so they do events where you don't even play other.
Watching for how Team Secret
Yeah, no, I mean, you can't play the NA teams because you're just, the ping would be fucked up.
Of the map again. He's over in Terrace at the minute.
So you play all the EU teams to qualify, and all the NAs play the NAs, and all the Brazilian play the Brazilian.
Okay, but they end up going to like the land again, right? Or
Yeah,
not?
then they play the teams at land, so the ping's not bad, yeah.
So that they can work those verticals down into site, being kitchen and barbecue. And
But
so
they'll always
they
play
have
the
to
same
deal
EU
with
teams to
Lyra. You can see
qualify.
his silhouette is the
Right.
one that's just jumped out there. So
How the fuck? I mean,
I think that proves my point.
I don't even know how he got one, to be honest.
I mean, I'm glad he got one.
They do manage to get the kill. Savage finds him. Lyra's giving his life there
Adrian's
to
like
see who he can
thinking the
find.
bed.
But, again, not the end of the world from Lyra to get that trade.
Oh, they're about to be inside.
Doubling up on the window, just really looking to shut
Apparently
the door.
Noah's like the other
What's quite
Stompn
interesting
of
to some
EU.
level on Secret and not give them
Like,
anything.
like
It's
this
one thing
guy
I
in
do
the
admire
pro
about the way G2 are playing it. They've been really aggressive in challenging everything.
Yeah, no,
on the map.
Secret's team is
Football
nasty.
a lot already, but other parts
Nah,
not
they're
too
young as
challenge.
fuck, too.
Stompn
They're
swinging
gonna
on
be good
towards the shrine window, being
for
a
a while,
great example.
probably.
Here with 2 players looking on towards the site window. Yes, it's the site itself, but they're ready to challenge at any given moment's notice. The 2
Hate him.
players
I mean,
in
you
front
can't blame him for being a
are
shield
playing the map
crutch.
very actively. It's just the Secret have found a couple of angles through so far.
This is like,
Next round looks
these
a
are for like
little bit
millions
more
of
closed
dollars,
out now.
like
It's
these
reached this 4
plays.
versus 4.
Nice blast.
Blaz getting rid of Savage. That's diffused it down to the Blackbeard gone. That
I
is
mean,
a
like, you
massive
call
win
someone
for G2.
cringe, they're just gonna be like, okay.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be
Nice.
cruising towards
Nice,
the round
Stompn.
as Blaz,
Can't really
Doki,
be
Stompn
cringing,
managed to
probably.
find one apiece, and in a
Just
matter of
cheesy.
seconds it is done. G2 continue the trend, winning the odd-numbered
My God,
rounds. They're
4-2
going
is
to pick
good,
up
4-2
round
is good.
5 pretty
They get one more round, they can win
comfortably. No point with Secret really in too much
With
control
gambling
inside that
addiction.
map.
Alright.
Lyra
Definitely
again got
scary,
away
though.
with another
I don't have a
jump. I think it's the
gambling gambling addiction, or I'm not an alcoholic.
In getting kills on breaches or out of windows, and it's something that Secret need to manage. But given that there's only 1 round left, there's not too much time left to worry about it. But going into round 6, I still think Secret come out of this half pretty well, given that they've already secured the 2. If they manage to get themselves the 3rd here, then...
No, I lost money last night, bro. Stop talking to me.
In their mouth, but I think they'd be happy with that going into the defensive half, given, you know...
But I didn't chase, though.
Sided,
I learned my lesson.
Back themselves to go 4-2 on the defense. If they can get the 3-3, you start lining up for the win overall. But... you got to remember, you're playing against G2. These are 2 of the best teams in the world, I think, at the minute. You know, in the current meta and what we're seeing in competition. So
this is the 2 best teams in the world.
Absolutely good. They'll get that 3-3, it'll be a steal. But that's what it's going to come down to for G2 now. Just hold on and persevere the way we've seen them doing it so far. So, another change up in competition here. Still keeping hold of that mute. Again, that intel denial serving them pretty well in the last round to be able to punish the Blackbeard when they can't figure out where everybody is. Still leaning on the trap operator, but now you're also getting one of those very, very rare magnified scopes coming along on the defensive side with Stompn going across and playing on the Aruni. And I, for one, Tim, am all for this because it means I get to hear you say laser gates more often.
There'll be plenty of laser gates, Des, and that's, as you say, because the lack of ACOGs means more DMRs, means more Aruni, and that is just how it's going to be. We've got Blaz on 1 as well with the Tubero, and it's just trying to give themselves that advantage. To be fair, the DMRs are super powerful anyway, they're really good, so it's certainly for the world to take one so that you can have that ACOG along with it. Right, so G2 using that Tubero again, it's been used consistently throughout. Team Secret chose not to ban it away. I'm not criticizing.
How much you put on this? I'm not gonna lie, this is the one game I'm not gonna bet on because it's like literally the one team that beat them.
Much, you know, borderline essential for a skyscraper attack, I think, but G2 have taken that opportunity to bring the Tubero on, and they've just burnt so much time preventing those breaches. It's been really, really good from them.
BL1.
I mean, stock standard bans, it feels like, really, but understandably so. Why they are a stock standard ban is because they're so aggressive as a trio. Not at all surprised to see where G2 clearly went a little bit more targeted. Maybe haven't quite capitalized on it the way that they would have liked.
No faith. Well, I've actually never put money on a R6 game.
Has worked.
I'm thinking, should I start putting money? Is it like is it a money cheat code?
Still proved to be a little bit of a challenge for them.
It was right away when they were putting this half at 6.5.
Well, no, when I bet money, I'm gonna do the money line on G2. So like, I just get like double the money, you know?
Maybe more from Secret, but they haven't gone looking so aggressively. Blaz is still playing a similar
money lines
sort of
are
spot,
good, but
hanging around Mez, hanging around this karaoke T side. A second player out there with him too in Alamau. But so far, Secret haven't.
The legs are harder to hit.
Finally, they start looking, but Blaz, well, he goes looking straight back. Adrian goes down. Almost a second one. Mobley hunting down his man here.
Okay, you got one, Blaz. Nice Stompn.
Still searching here, Tim. Stompn getting rid of Noah, and Secret lose 2 early on.
Nice Stompn. Oh yeah, he's going for it.
Just to pick up Mowgli as well.
Nice Alamoe.
That's getting the 3rd.
I think the first half that probably everybody expected. If you looked at
here comes Laura.
He knows. Uh-oh, King's coming. Do you hear that?
You know Laura's outside.
There. Be careful. It's Stompn.
No.
Whatever, bro. Keep baiting.
At the minute, Toki gets the final kill as well. At the minute,
Kazzy, rank Kazzy. Money lines is method, bro. Okay. When you do a 3-leg, like Lit Rage, you're talking about doing like a 3-leg, right?
Yeah.
Like those are like risky because like if
they're definitely risky, but like it's just like I can't. It's like the better is just
no, but I'm just every time Stompn plays, I'm just gonna put 1,000 on the G2 winning every team they play.
If you want to do that, then...
they're gonna lose a game here or there, but like they lost 1 BO1 last EML.
It's not automatically gonna double your money though.
No, I'm good. Yeah, no, it is. Like if I put 1,000 down and they're going against fucking who's the worst team, Jynxzi, I'm probably gonna get like 600 back.
The rounds there entirely our fault.
I think
G2 would look at that and say, alright.
Yeah, my already. Yo, with the 5 games, go, yo.
Depends with the minus.
W fucking young. MV Aqua with the tier 1. Xander with the tier 1 skill, boys.
We've seen June
Good twins.
there and have. I wouldn't call it a life round, but definitely a game round. Like, that's probably the strongest start he will have to any round in this game. And they'll look at that and say, we could have been 6-0 up. We just let our guard down for a couple of moments there, and it cost us big.
Gonna be less than that. All right, fuck it. I'll put like 10K on fucking G2 versus Jynxzi. I'll get like 2 bids.
They can walk away with something special to get this one over the line and get it done.
Nah, sure.
There might be an overtime in the water.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, calm down.
Wouldn't be surprised at all to see an overtime here, to see Secret just, you know, return the statistics essentially.
Play the tourney. What tourney today, bro? I'm going to the gym later.
On Skyscraper means that
Every tourney is dead
two
first
rounds
season,
out of
bro.
3 are going to go to the
New
defenders.
season.
So 4-2 would make absolute sense. But let's
Tourney's
see
gonna be back
whether
for
they
another
can
week
or
or
not.
two.
Deployable shield in front, so that tells us they're going to be trying
Apparently
to
this
hold
weekend
on
is like a
for
fat
cross
sponsor
clearance,
tournament
maybe.
though.
If G2 come in and try and take
Yeah, he
top
told me.
back
Like,
stairs, karaoke
we're
window,
playing that
look
shit.
for the plant inside
Yeah.
there, just bypass
Why don't
a
we
little
just have
bit of
Jynxzi play that?
utility
Like, why does
possibly.
he have
We'll
to play
see
Friday?
whether they choose
Ah,
to
he
do
just
that.
said
They've got
he
the
wanted to
group,
play
they've got the
Friday.
Ying, they don't have any shields, which would suggest maybe not pushing into top black.
Well, we better sign up now. So
Generally
we
like
like
something
easy.
like a Monty or you know, even one of the smaller shields.
Come on, Alamo. That's my type of gun right there.
Maybe prevents them from doing that. So G2 at the minute certainly shaping up for a cross clearance, which might suit Secret down to the ground because it's certainly what they've shaped up for.
A rare F2 sighting as well seen. All of the DMRs we can see a Twitch rocking along these days for very obvious reasons.
Laura,
Less of a concern.
what are we
What we're
doing?
seeing is the Ying shotgun become very, very popular at pro play. Not seeing much of the LMG coming along. Just front end shotgun people out. Why not? Making use of the Candelas here to make sure they can get the breach on towards this single bar wall. Not worrying so much, interestingly, about what's going on towards the VIP, which is where G2 invested a lot of their time and utility. And obviously, Tim, looking at the Kaid on side here as well, something we normally see banned away all the time, here has been left up.
Yeah, Team Secret still playing this quite.
Can I get the charm on this? If I have drops, I'm pretty sure I have drops on.
Is out on
Alright, stop throwing. Laura, that's your last game.
That's now 4 Candelas burnt.
You do have drops, by the way.
Inside a small bar. Inside
Nice, Laura.
here. G2 do manage to get the kill. Savage
Okay,
1
chill out, J-Guns.
Ends up with G2 on a net game. 4 versus 3 now, and off his side is
That's that-
clear
hey, that's
now.
that G2
can
attack,
start
come on.
working across. Team Secret could be in a bit of trouble.
They'll take that. They
No
can hold
way
on
is
for a second because Stompn's
1
about
in
to get the
7
other
Ben.
call come online here.
Oh my God, they have like 3 plumbers right now
It's
over there.
great for a team to start pushing forward at the backup.
Yeah.
No Candelas left, only the one flash. So they're going to have to do things pretty dry here. They're going to have to make use of the Grimbees, make use, of course, of that phone call coming in that I spoke about. That is going to be their main methods to get the win over the line here. But with the 4v3 and still 75 seconds to play, G2 have got all the time in the world to work with.
Probably playing ranked easy.
Plus, it's just going to be lining himself up on Geisha Wall, like you say. Plenty of time for G2, going to grab those cameras as well, so they'll just be now gathering. It's like
Alright, they gotta play off these Grims and play off Stompn's phone call.
as much information as you can.
And they have a Deimos.
Is going to be pinged out by those Grimbees as well.
Oh no. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Lovely.
Lyra comes in. Beautiful use of the intel.
Oh, God.
Secret just not seeming on the same level, but Savage and Hadrian, they've got
Oh,
something
yeah.
to say about that. 2 versus 1.
Come on, you know, Stompn doesn't lose 2v2s.
Zach is so good, dude.
They must know where he is. They must have heard
Come on,
the call
Zach.
going
Nice,
up.
Doki.
Nice.
One, but no, Adrian misses his shots, and Doki out in towards
shit.
the hallway rounds for the second.
Let's get speed.
A bit of play from G2, even if it looked a little bit ropey there for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, I think, you know, overall, yeah, there's, you know, bits that maybe they do differently within the round, but I think it was actually very good from G2. A great attack, and that really sets them up. Picking up that first attack, you know, they're certainly making me eat my words now. Coming out and very, very dominant on Sky, both sides at the minute.
JD with the problems, get JD.
I'm
We'll be alright.
Secret, you
Chat,
know, for a map
chat, remember
that
this,
they
bro?
so often
M80
see
could have
banned
picked up
against them.
Stompn.
Nobody
Remember
wants to
that.
play them there. They really haven't.
Every
been at the
NA
races
team
today.
literally
I think
sold
they've
their
certainly
chance
got
of a
much
golden
better,
ticket, bro.
skyscraper performances in the locker, but they really haven't delivered it today. This from
They could've
G2,
picked
you
up
know,
Ray
the
Bullies,
clearance
bro.
of
I mean,
exhibition
they saw
on
that
this side,
opportunity.
taking Noah out, taking Mowgli out, and just getting themselves established over that side. The kill from underneath from Laura was beautiful with the information they had. The
Yeah,
intel
Laura, don't
on
swing that. Or not
inside
Laura.
of Geisha. Just great
Savage.
from G2, to be honest, using every tool available to him. Love to see it.
10 seconds to go.
No, you good, Straw. You good, twin.
Push that lead ahead up to 5 and 2.
What's up, Ryan Hall?
Starting to form between the
Waking
two
up at 3
teams now.
p.m. Why you got so much damn?
Really gotta
I woke
get
up- yeah, I woke
themselves
up
with a strong
at
defense
2:12.
coming out here. I think otherwise G2 are going to be up at 6 and 2. It's a 4-round hill to climb.
Let me
More. You
guess,
could
you
see a
were
team winning 4
DJing it
defenses in
out
a row.
until 6
Skyscraper.
a.m.
Nah, I got off at like 4 a.m.
To be able to get this one over and done with.
Spark with the 1 year, let's get Sparky.
Saying that actually in the previous game on Sky, we saw the first
yes,
2 attacking
we go.
rounds won, and then G2 went on to win 4 defenses in a row. Obviously, back in that first half, it was a bit more back and forth in nature than that. But you could well see it go the same here, where Secret lose the first 2 defenses and then go on to absolutely stone Jynxzi out for the rest. Don't count them out yet. Oh, cheeky. I love that.
Doki straight in there, up at the top of Black Stairs, taking the challenge on. Doesn't manage to find any damage in return, though. Will be hit with a shot himself.
Everyone
He's got
runs fucking lines
on that karaoke window.
Fucking walk inside, Zach.
So will be limited, of course, to the pistol there, but could get on in and join him once they have a little bit more intel. Noah could be in.
Oh, Doki.
Doki
Come on, Zach.
Man, Stompn onto Noah. I thought his days were numbered.
They're getting pressed on this side of the map.
4 versus 3, and again G2. Every time this trade games happen,
Crouch on that ping, Zach. Crouch on that ping, Zach.
And that's been a real bonus
Oh,
for
he
them.
moved.
And it shows
Oh,
how
that
they're playing
timing.
as a team. If they take a death, there's always a response there for it.
I know where he is now. They've seen him run into Geisha box. He is dead to rights. Like Alamal's going to come and close in on him.
No
They can try and
way.
get rid, of course,
No.
Ruined at the same time. But
Nice
Savage gets away
Blaz.
with one. Blaz out to get
3v1. We got a blitz on the board.
Be completely happy with this, Tim. 2
Oh, yeah.
Blaz coming out, and now it's Jube all
Blaz.
by himself.
Sir,
Coming down,
Blaz.
makes sense.
Okay,
He's got the
Blaz.
idea. He does, but Blaz
Wow,
has
this
3
was a
kills
quick
now.
7-2.
G2, 2 attacks back to back. and
Abort through the 5 months. Go for it.
to close out the game and secure revenge from that EWC Grand Final.
Blaz has had a great game so far. I think that's just put him 10-4, and he just seems to be, as time goes on through stage 1 into stage 2, just settling more and more. You know, with Alamo spoke about it on the IGL Summit piece that we had. You know, the way that things have changed a little bit, and obviously with Stompn coming in for Uno, and it's just, you know, mixed things up a little bit, and that's changed Blaz's role, and he's really, really growing into it. And what a performance he's having so far today. So much. So
I know.
He's beaten Secret into a tactical timeout.
I do want to commend, there's 2 players who really want to commend here, and all of them are playing well is the one thing worth stressing, especially Stompn, Blaz, and Laura. But the 2 I'd highlight during this tactical
It's raining at your crib?
and Blaz,
I don't even
especially
know.
because they've played 2 such different roles. Look back at that first half. Blaz was always the one getting involved in those entry engagements. He was always the one playing out towards karaoke and T and dealing with this aggression.
It's not raining.
Outside of 1 or 2 rounds, playing it ridiculously well. And then you had Stompn playing more defensive on towards site itself and just being this old reliable rock sat back on site where things did start to crumble or look a little bit nervous. Well, he was always going to be there to close things out for them. And it's translated across towards the attacking side a little bit as well here, where Blaz has been the one alongside Stompn, alongside Doki, playing far more aggressively and having these 3 players sort of all playing this pseudo entry role. They're doing absolute wonders with it, and the pair of them I think have really been the linchpin, the cornerstone of G2's success so far today. It's been brilliant to watch.
Looking across the side of Secret as well, you can see where it's going wrong, you know, and it's not to single out performances, but Noah, Adrian, Mowgli, 5 kills across 3 of them. You know, even Doom on 5, it's just really not enough when you're 7 rounds into a game against G2 with the way G2 are playing at the minute. You know, Savage is kind of trying to prop him up, but you ain't going to carry against performances like 8 from Loira, 10 from Blaz, 8 from Stompn. You just have to look across that leaderboard, and we often say kills don't tell the whole story in Siege. There's a lot of other gameplay going on, but when it's weighted this heavily, they are going to have a huge influence, and they are doing today. So yeah, Secret in serious trouble now. 4 rounds in a row, or it will be absolutely nothing for them on the league table.
Kind of shows how lopsided it's been. When you look at the total kills across Secret, it's 19 kills across the 8 rounds that we've had. You're not even scratching it where you're just very close to, but not quite getting to a 2.5 kills per round average. On the G2 side, 2 players have almost got that exact count to themselves. It just shows how dominant these rounds have been overall.
Pat, what was Stompn's line today?
Running away with the game, and as you sort of said, I think 3 players, especially in Secret side, just not quite showing up to the races today. They've been neutered, they've been kept calm, they've been dealt with.
9 or
Not quite showing
10?
the same ferocity that we saw back at that AWC Grand Final.
Tear down the pounds, tear down.
It looks like G2 have come into this map far more prepared, despite, like you said, not having tons of tape on Secret.
Yeah, absolutely. They look fantastic.
8.
You know, like I
It was
said,
8.
coming in.
Lawyer 10.
8.5 or just 8?
I was a little bit concerned. It was a map they lost in stage 1 to BDS. They beat FaZe at EWC, but it's been a little bit up and down. It slipped down their preference list. I thought, you know, maybe...
Yeah, it's a BL1. Gilly Goblin Prowls, Gilly.
Surprise for G2, but no,
Yo,
absolutely.
Kaz, get on. Let's play some rank.
G2.
I need to hit champ.
Nah, 7.5.
That needs to be another one of them cards. I made the Alamar one. But I said I was
Yeah, he's a cheat
I
code.
need to do one of you. Just put in the place
If he gets- he needs one more kill, he needs one more kill.
But yes, this looks like
If I had to take lines over, I would do I would do Laura over, Stompn over.
Here, Secret though are not wilting away. This is the sort of stuff G2 are doing. Putting 2 players on the aggressive spot. Loira wants to
Wait, can you do people in the same team?
Who's in a bad spot here.
Last part, yeah.
And
No,
gets
no,
a
no.
freebie
Only
when
one
he
person
finds
in the team.
Savage.
Only one person on the
Just
team?
about
Wow.
manages to get
I
away,
think
nicks him.
you can maybe go
Retreat,
2
he's
and
down to
2,
about
but you
5
can't do
HP,
2
but a
on
little
one
bit of aggression
team
from Loira
without
has
doing
paid
the other
off
team.
dividends there. They know there's still one more. In fact, they see the second. They know where 2 of these last 4 players are, and G2.
Like, I think you can do, honestly, like, however many players you want in one team, as long as you do as many, the same amount as the other team.
Kill of the game
On
as
the
he
other
brings
team.
down the Blackbeard.
That's big for Mowgli, taking out the Blackbeard as well. If you want to remove anybody
Just, like,
off
match
that
it.
side of G2, it was going to be Alamau or Stompn. Get rid of the
Come on,
Blackbeard
Doki.
or get rid of the
Unlike
Dorkabee.
me.
That's the utility that's
Oh.
really going to hurt you.
People move as soon as Stompn
They
wallbang.
don't seem to be learning the lesson here, Team Secret. G2 underneath, finding kills.
Yeah, just call
punishing
phones
them.
and
Jude
enter
was
site,
hit
Zach.
like that previously as well. They
He's been
need to
unlucky.
make sure that they're controlling more of the map. G2 are
30-second
having
execute.
and enjoying far too
This can
much
go
freedom
2 ways,
days.
obviously.
Nice.
Loira is so good, bro.
Loira stepping up and it's
Yeah,
wonderful
fuck that
for
shit,
him.
Stompn. We inside. Come on, Zach.
Just the 3 kills that he's currently got. Savage, 5 HP.
Oh,
God.
Gets the trade across. Stompn getting nicked here by these 2 players. One
Oh!
One is the crossfit. Oh, that was disgusting.
Oh!
Bye-bye, June. Bye-bye, Noah. Goodbye, Secret. Kings.
Yeah.
Closing things out for the boys.
Top fragged.
From G2.
Stompn top fragged again.
Combination of Secret to get their EML stage 2 started.
To quote Stompn about
You went 11 and 3?
Mind you, Pingu said SMG12 is not broken on PC either. Yes, it is, Pingu.
Good stuff from Stompn, better stuff from G2. Fantastic closeout for a great win.
Oh man, Stompn might be hitting a new peak this stage, Tim, and that's going to be a terrifying prospect to face off against. But our break is
11 and 3?
We'll stop glazing
Or 10
and
and
we'll
3?
let-
Mind you, M80 didn't pick up Zach because he wasn't experienced enough.
Yeah.
I didn't know who like decided that at M80 so I could punch him. I'm sorry. Nah, it's actually good that M80 didn't pick him up. Because if Zach was on M80, that whole team would have just been like, besides Zach, bro, M80's just a shit team, I feel like.